Oleksandr Usyk wins by unanimous decision against Tyson Fury to retain his WBC, WBO, WBA, Ring Magazine titles. Thank you for joining me for another reaction video. And I have to say that this rematch between Usyk and Fury definitely lived up to the hype. It was a lot more competitive than the first fight, and I have to give all credit to Tyson Fury for holding up his side of the bargain. He fought a very disciplined fight. There was no showboating, there was no messing around at all. And for me, Tyson Fury gave it his very best. He made the right adjustments that he needed to make, but unfortunately, those adjustments that he's made wasn't good enough to beat Usyk. There is a lot of outrage over the decision and especially the scoring of the fight. All three judges scored it 116 to 112 in Usyk's favor. And Frank Warren was very upset and he called it a joke. And he just doesn't believe that the judges could only give Tyson 3 or 4 rounds in that fight. You got other people as well calling it a robbery. And yeah, to use that word robbery is trying to imply that Tyson Fury controlled that fight from start to finish. He dominated uh, Usyk. He landed more punches than Usyk. Now, if that was the case, it would be a robbery. If a fight is completely one-sided, if you want to call anything a robbery, the first fight was a robbery. The first fight should have been a unanimous decision to Usyk. That's a robbery decision. I feel that the scoring for the second fight should have been the score for the first fight, and how it was scored for the first fight. I wouldn't have made a complaint if today's decision was a split decision in favor of Usyk. The fight was that close. But I feel that the rounds that Fury won in the first fight, I personally had Fury winning rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7 in the first fight. The rounds that Fury won in the first fight looked more convincing than the rounds that he won in this fight. Usyk remained busy in every single round. Without a doubt, I saw a more assertive, aggressive Tyson Fury in this fight, but a lot of his punches, from what I can see, were hitting the gloves. For me, Usyk was landing more punches than Fury. And even though the rounds were very, 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 very close, Usyk was just doing just that little bit more to win the rounds, in my opinion. I felt that Usyk's defense during this fight was extremely good, and the commentators failed to even mention this at all. I watched the TNT broadcast, and my gosh, the commentary was extremely biased in favor towards Fury. They would compliment punches that were hitting the gloves. Oh, good right hand from Fury, but it's not a scoring punch. And they were just saying, I don't even want to go into it. But anyway, Usyk's defense was extremely good. He kept his hands up. He was blocking a lot of Fury's shots. And that's what, for me, that won him the fight now. His defense and his counter punching as well. Even though Fury was over 20 stone and I feared that he would gas out, he didn't actually gas out at all. He had good energy levels from start to finish. Obviously, he was obviously fading towards the end and he wasn't as energetic as the beginning, but his fall off wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe one of the reasons why Fury wasn't so tired towards the end of the fight is because Usyk's body shots weren't really affecting him. Because I don't know whether anyone noticed, and I was actually thinking this while I was watching it. Fury shorts and like his guard was pulled up extremely high. And I'm surprised the referee didn't say anything. I mean, if a person's shorts and guard is pulled up way above their belly button, are they really feeling those punches when they're landing? Just an observation. Even though I felt within my heart that Usyk had done enough to win the fight, I had a feeling that the judges weren't going to give him a decision. I was watching the fight with my cousin Dwayne and also my friend Max. And Max was saying, like, nah, there's no way they're going to give Usyk the decision. They're all pro Fury and they want a third fight, and the third fight means more money. And this was putting so many doubts and fears in my mind now that Usyk was going to get robbed, especially just listening and witnessing all the pro Fury people in the industry and the promoters and His Excellency Turkey Al Sheikh, Frank Warren, even Eddie Hearn saying crazy stuff like in the first fight he felt that Fury won the first 6 rounds in the first fight, which is an absolutely ridiculous statement for Eddie Hearn to make. But hey ho, that's the industry. They're going to back and support whoever they deem to be their favorite. When Michael Buffer initially read the scorecard, I thought, oh my gosh, 116, 112 to Fury. Oh my gosh, what a robbery. But then when he mentioned Usyk's name, I had such a sense of relief. Now, some of you may think that I'm a Tyson Fury hater. I'm totally not that at all. I'm just a big supporter of people and fighters that put in the hard work. I'm a fan of fighters who do not try to cut any shortcuts, that don't try to cheat the game, and people who are honest. I really appreciate Oleksandr Usyk's dedication to the sport. And I find the way he trains and how he approaches the game very inspiring. And I truly believe that if Tyson Fury was more disciplined in his career and he built upon the victory he had over Vladimir Klitschko back in 2015, he would have definitely gone down as the greatest of this generation, as he likes to proclaim. Anyway, I felt the right person won. I don't feel it was a robbery at all. Yes, this fight was a lot closer than the first fight, but overall, I don't think Fury landed enough punches. Well, he didn't land enough scoring punches to win that fight. You can see that Tyson Fury was visibly upset about the result, so he didn't stick around to do any interviews. He just left the ring straight away. Usyk gave his interview at the end, and then something very bizarre happened. Daniel Dubois decided that he was going to rush into the ring and snatch the microphone off Ade Oladipo and interrupt Usyk's interview. Ade was like saying, "Oh, Daniel, this is not the time. Don't steal Usyk's moment." And he just proceeded to say, "Oh, Usyk, I want a rematch with you. I want revenge. Yeah, I was stolen a victory from you. Yeah, let's go, let's go." And Usyk's facial expression just cracked me up now. He was like looking like what the hell is this guy doing in the ring? He was polite and he just said to Mr. Excellency, "Oh yeah, please make this fight with Daniel Dubois." Yeah, he's not bothered at all. Like, yeah, he's the kind of champion that will just face everyone, and that's what I respect him for. So those are my thoughts. So I don't share the sentiments of a lot of people who say that it was a robbery. And if you feel it was a robbery, let me know in the comments why you feel it was a robbery. Please follow and subscribe to me. Leave your comments as well, which I greatly do appreciate, and it does help the channel as well. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.